Hey everybody, this is Peter with Cooking with Peter. Well, I've had the Ninja Luxe Cafe Espresso / coffee maker for about 6 months now. I paid for this with my own money, about $525 with shipping, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion of what I really think about this Ninja Luxe Cafe Espresso machine. Let's get started. Hey everybody, I thought I would go over some of the details that I have found out about this machine. And does it really do all the things that it says it will do very, very well? In my opinion, no. It does not do everything that you perceive that it will do from all the commercials from Ninja. Let me share with you that I have had many Ninja coffee makers over the years. This is my first Ninja espresso maker, and I think it makes great espresso. I think it does a fantastic job of making really strong espresso. I love it for that. I also like the fact that it will grind the beans as soon as I want to make the espresso drinks. So for that part, I think it does really, really well. I also own the Jura espresso maker, and I also own the Keurig coffee machine. My spouse likes to use the Keurig machine much more than I do. I think it's still very, very good. The Jura machine does make smoother espresso, without a doubt. Even though I'm using the same beans as I'm using in the Ninja Luxe Cafe, the Jura machine does make the espresso smoother for sure, no doubt about it. But it's also 3 times the money that I paid for this machine. This Ninja Luxe Cafe machine makes really strong espresso. I love it for that. It also can make really good tall espressos. They call it a quad, and I think it would be about the quantity of 4 espresso shots. What I find that it does not do really well is everything else that it says it will do. Will it make coffee? Sure, it will make coffee. However, that's what I use my Keurig machine for. I don't need that machine. I don't need this machine to make coffee. I have tried it a couple of times, not impressed. I think the Keurig does better at making regular coffee. I've also tried to do the cold brew coffee with this machine. Give me a break. It does a good job of putting coffee or espresso over ice. Yes, it does that. Does it compare to putting coffee in the refrigerator where the cold water is coming in contact with the freshly ground coffee and you let it sit there for overnight? No comparison at all, in my opinion. I paid $525 for this machine. I can have an opinion about it. Ninja did not provide this machine for me. So I'm giving you my honest opinion of it. Now, also I have found out that whenever I'm going to froth milk to make cappuccinos, I have found that even though I'm using cold whole milk, I'm finding out that this actually does a better job at making the frothed milk really, really creamy, and that's what I'm after. This seems to be a little runny, and I'm going to show you some comparisons here in a few minutes about how this froths the milk and how this does at frothing the milk. This one is the winner, no doubt about it. All right, so let me go through and make an espresso, and I'm going to show you some frothed milk, show you some different things that I found out about the machine, and we'll go from there. All right, be right back. Okay, I'm going to start off by grinding some beans, and what I use on my espresso maker is French roast coffee because I like it super dark. So I have it set up here. You can see the grind level is set up for a 10, and it's going to be set on for a double shot of espresso. And then we have over here the froth, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. But one of the things that happened to me was this funnel broke, and it busted actually twice. I put it together with some Gorilla Glue just to hold it together. I contacted Ninja, and they did replace that for me free of charge. So they said that they remade these funnels with a stronger plastic, so I have not had any trouble with this since they replaced it for me. I'm going to go ahead and make an espresso now, and you can see that I have the portafilter in, and the numbers are showing 10 as far as the grind size. Of course, sometimes it shows up to be an 8, so I just simply move it back to the 8, but today it was showing me they wanted a grind level of 10, so that's what we're going to do. The other thing I've found out is that, sometimes you see the baristas at the coffee shops really pressing down hard on this. I have found that if I just barely push the beans down, for me, I get a better quality espresso. So I've also found that if I have too much coffee in here, the portafilter will not connect into the machine. So you want to make sure that's nice and clean on the sides. I just use my finger, and then you can come in here and connect this to the machine. Now I'll put my espresso glass underneath and try to position it well. I'm making just a regular espresso, so it's going to be a double, not a quad. Okay, the espresso is ready, and as you can see, it has a nice cream on there. It is very, very strong, so just be aware of that. I'm going to show you how you can adjust the water level in a couple of minutes, and then you can maybe put more water or less water in here, but you can see that it has a nice crema, and it is a very strong espresso. All right, that's finished. I want to show you now how the milk frothing, in my opinion, is done better with this frother that does just that. So I'm going to put the same amount of milk in these, and each one of these has a line inside. This one says 2 ounces, I don't know if you can see it or not, but 2 ounces, 5 ounces, and 8 ounces. So I'm going to put about 5 ounces of milk on this one. This one is a little bit different. I don't think you can see that, but there's lines inside there. There's 2 that say max. The bottom one, which is where I'll fill this to, is when you're making the milk that's going to be hot. And if you're going to make a cold foam, then you would fill it up to that top line. So this is whole milk, and this is what I like to use, and frankly, that's what the Ninja website recommends as well, is whole milk whenever you're frothing milk. So I'll put about up to 5 ounces on this one. Again, you can see about how much I put in there. All right. Do apologize about the camera angles, but I'm trying to show you what I'm doing today. So here we're up at the max line on the instant frother, made by Instant Pot. I really like it. It's a very good frothing machine. All right, now I'll set this over here. This machine gives me the ability to make a kind of a thin froth, a medium froth, or what they refer to as a thicker froth. And then on the very end is one that you can pick that is going to be for a cold froth. I can do the same thing with this one. I can put this in for a cold froth or a hot. Today I'm going for the hot, so they're both the same. So we'll go ahead and start the froth over here. And I'm going to go ahead and start the frothing here on this machine. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of waiting for this, so when we come back, or when it's almost finished, I'll show you, okay? Be right back. Now these are about finished, and so far we've been about 1.5 minutes to almost 2 minutes into both of these, taking the same amount of time to complete. Now this one has completed, and this one has also completed. So I want to show you the difference of the two. So I'm going to use these clear glasses. I'll push these over so you can see that a little bit better. Yep. All right, so now I'll pour this one out and let you see the froth of this one. You can see that it's fairly frothy, but not really, not that much. I'm going to show you the pour. Okay, here we go. You can see that the milk is really not that much. I'm not saying it does a bad job, but I am saying this other unit it's more thick. That's what I'm telling you. So let me show you this one. This is from the Ninja, from the Instant Pot. And you can see, look how more thick that is. It's an amazing difference, all right? So in my opinion, the frothers that do only that are better than the Ninja unit that does so many things. And that's what I'm finding from the Ninja machine, the Ninja Espresso machine, the Luxe Cafe. It does several things okay, but it doesn't do everything very well. So you just have to consider that in your purchase option. So many people have messaged me and asked me how to get to different settings on this machine. You can adjust the quantity of water in the espresso. You can adjust the settings for the hardness of the water. And you can also adjust the grinds. You can adjust the beeps. All these different things can be adjusted. So let me show you how to get there. So press this button. This is called the size button. So just press and hold that in for 3 seconds. If you see over here, you've gone to an H1. You can turn the beeps on and off on the H1. So if you press this center button, you'll see it says off. I want the beeps on, so I'm going to put it back on. Now, on number 2, what this is doing is going to an eco mode, which means that it saves the power by turning the boiler off after brewing. I can care less because I turn the machine off when I finish anyway. So number 3 talks about showing you the right grind size. I leave that on. I want them to tell me what's good. Number 4 talks about barista assist technology. Now if you need to reset the machine, you can do this by pressing yes or no, again, just by pressing this button. So it says no, or then it says yes. Well, I'm going to leave it at no because that's what I wanted to do, okay? Now I'm going to go to 5, and number 5 talks about factory settings reset. Don't need that. H6 is the one where you do the water. So press this, and you're going to see that it's set right now at 25, and that's where I keep it all the time to get the espresso water level that I want. If you want less water, you can turn it left, go back down to 20. If you want more water in your brew, it goes to 30. Now I'm going to put mine back at 25 because that's where I like it. Now we're going to go to the froth temperature. That's number 7. Here you can adjust the froth temperature to be high, medium, or low. So I'm going to leave mine at high. And the other settings are for hard water. You can adjust the hard water there using the sensors that they sent. You can also order them sometimes from Ninja. And the other one is for more of a coffee settings. Whether you want to brew coffee where it has less grounds being put into the grinding for you. So less grounds, milder coffee, that's what that's for. I don't want to use this as a coffee machine. I just use it as an espresso machine. So I'm just going to get out of that and press this button again, which is the size button. Okay, that's about it for this. Let me wrap this up. I'm going to move over to a different camera. All right, my friends, I hope you've learned a little bit and you've had my take on the Ninja Luxe Cafe. I do appreciate the more than 12,000 people who watched my unboxing. I really appreciate it. That's why I wanted to do the video on my 6-month review of this. Would I buy it again? I don't know, to be honest with you. I think it makes fantastic espresso. I don't use it for coffee because I have my Keurig machine and I use my Keurig machine for the coffee when I want coffee by itself. I find it to be really great for making coffee espresso drinks. I use almond milk in the morning time, a little bit of vanilla ice, and that's what I like to drink when I'm going to work. So I've been doing that for years, and that's great for making that type of a drink. Or if you're going to be using this to make the espresso for frozen cappuccinos or any type of drinks, I think it brings a really strong, great flavor of coffee to the drink. The espresso alone, I'll tell you, is very strong. So you have to be aware of that it's just a very strong espresso. You can adjust that also by the type of beans that you're using. For example, I do like very strong espresso, but there's other brands such as like Illy. Illy makes a very smooth espresso coffee. So you might want to try a different brand of espresso to see which one might work better for you. I do know the Illy brand is fantastic. The Lavazza is pretty good too. I've used them both and I like them, but for me in the morning, I really want to wake up, and so I use the French roast and the espresso machine. If I'm going to be drinking espresso alone, then I'm going to be using my Jura machine for that, because the Jura machine, even using the same beans, just makes a more smooth tasting espresso. So that's what I use the Jura for. The Jura machines are crazy expensive. I think I paid $1,500 for mine 10 years ago. I have some very dear friends that bought a very fancy one, and they paid upwards of $2,500 or $2,600 for them, for theirs actually. However, I asked them the other day, hey, do you use all the features that your Jura machine came with, or do you just use it to make espresso? Their answer was they really just use it for espresso. So do you need all those features? I don't know. Is this a good machine for $500? Probably. Does it do all the things well that it says it will do? It does not, in my opinion. Cold brews? No. Put it in the refrigerator like you're supposed to and let it sit overnight. That's the best way. And then also just making the other drinks on here, such as the quads. It does make a great quad espresso. Again, super strong because it uses a lot of coffee. Grinds to make that espresso for you. Well, I hope you've learned something. I hope I haven't shied you away from the machine. In my opinion, if I was going to do this again, I probably would buy a single, very good espresso machine that did only that. I wouldn't be so concerned about, the grinding, the making of the froth, all in one unit, because I don't think it does all of these things well. I would also just buy the regular frothing machine and have that as a standalone unit because it does a much better job than this one does, in my opinion. All right, well, I'm ready for the hate comments, so I know you guys love your machine. I like it too. I just think that you might want to have some different opinion about what this machine will do after nearly daily use after 6 months. All right, hope you've liked the video. Do me a favor, leave nice comments down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.